givers and time stealers. They're time setters. You have to understand the times, the seasons, and the cycles. And when I tapped into that, when I really tapped into understanding the times, the seasons, and the cycles, oh my God, you're talking about game changer. Yes, you have to be able to recognize those repeated cycles in your life and who those persons are that have come into your life. Did they come to add value, or are they taken away from you? Are they just coming to take from you all the time? Because you have certain leeches in your life during the season that will come to suck all the air out of you, take all your energy away. There are time stealers that will come to steal your time. And then there are time killers, that everything that you have invested in and everything that you put your mind to do, every vision and every dream that you shared with them, they came to steal it and to kill it. So you have to recognize who those persons are. And it's all in the chapter of managing your time. You'll understand it when you read it. I promise you will. It's a game changer, and it changed my life when I understood time stealers and time killers. There's time changers. Tap into those and recognize each and every one. It's a game changer for sure. Hello, everybody. How are you guys? Hello, everyone. Thank you all for dropping by Intrigue-Shifting your paradigm to produce positive, life-changing results. We know that we have been sharing as it relates to my book. We've been doing our live book reading and review, and I'm so happy to have you to share with me. Everyone that is coming in, why don't you go ahead and invite someone? Go ahead and invite, tag about 5 people to come in this space with us, 5 people to come in, and we're going to get started. For those of you who already have the book, thank you so much. Once again, I'm going to thank you each and every time. Thank you for getting the book and for sharing with us. And for those who don't have the book, it's okay. You can come on in anyway. And why don't you listen in as we read along? And I want you all to be able to ask the questions at the end of every chapter. Don't be shy for the Q&A, guys. We have a lot of content that we're going to cover. And then we're going to go back and do, of course, a review at the end. But I want you all to come on in. And don't be shy to ask questions, whatever questions you'd like to ask. I will list your question and we will address it per chapter. At the end of the chapter, you would find some scripture references. At the end, you'll be able to go over and review those scripture references in your own time. You're welcome to do that. So are you ready? Are you ready to get intrigued? I am ready to get intrigued, and I am so happy that you all are sharing with me to help me celebrate my birthday finale. I am looking so forward to it. So we're getting ready to go in. This is how the book looks for those of you that don't have the book already. This is the back cover, and this is actually the front cover of the book. So we want you all to share. Listen, there's some hot chapters in this book, and we're diving into it. We're going to take it a little bit at a time. Okay, we started off with market your product, make the investment, and we're looking forward to going in just a little further on today. We went over our other chapters on starting on Monday, and it's 11 chapters in 11 days. So we want you all to partake with us as we share in those 11 chapters of Intrigue. All right, Intrigue-Shifting your paradigm to produce positive, life-changing results. And now we already went through market your product for chapter 1, make the investment, and here we are on tonight. Manage your time. Manage your time. That is so important, guys. So go ahead on and manage your time. It is very essential that you recognize your time, your seasons, and your cycles, where you are, the season you're in, who's in the season with you, to share with you. Do you have leeches in your season? Do you have those who just come to just take everything to drain you of all of your energy and deplete you of all of your strength? We're going to talk about how to manage your time. Okay, are you ready to go there with me? We're getting ready to get started. Did you share? Will you go and share? Will you go and share on your page? Share on your page and tag about 5 people in here with you. If you don't mind, I want you to share. Okay. All right. We're ready to get started in our reading and review. I want you all to walk with me chapter by chapter, page by page. We're about to go there and we're going to be intrigued. I'm intrigued just having you all in my space on today. I'm intrigued to share my wonderful book with you all. And I know by the end of every chapter, by the end, you'll be intrigued as well. All right, let's get started with our reading on Manage Your Time. Again, this is Manage Your Time. We're in chapter 3. Manage Your Time. We're in chapter 3. Let me turn this over so I can put my glasses on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our reading. And as I said before, um, it doesn't take that long to go ahead into our topics to read and review, and we'll be finished before you know it. We'll be done in no time. Okay. Manage your time, guys. We're on chapter 3 in Intrigue, shifting your paradigm to produce positive life changing results. And we're in chapter 3, and it reads, time is such a valuable element of space that can never be replaced. Whenever you give away your time, you have given away a moment in your life that cannot be replaced or returned. Your time is as important as the rising of the sun, the setting of the stars, the shape of the moon, and the showering of the clouds. That's how essential your time is. Why is it important, you might ask? It is important because just as the elements of the universe are taking form and position to do what they were created to do, then so should you. Therefore, you have to use your time wisely. You have no time to waste. You must work while it is day. Time must be governed, respected, and managed. Though time is not on your side, time is not your enemy. Time is your friend. Time tells, time talks, time teaches. However, time must be tamed. When you recognize and begin to understand the cycle of time, time will work in your favor. Use your time wisely. Whomever you give your time to and how you choose to spend it must be considered carefully. Time is of essence. And when you value who you are, you will value your time. You must learn to identify time killers, time stealers, time setters, and time changers. Time killers, now listen, time killers are those individuals who will burn up all of your energy, zap you of all your strength, and delay your destiny. I'm going to say that again. Time killers are those individuals who will burn up all of your energy, zap you of all your strength, and delay your destiny. Those are time killers. These individuals are those who have been sent to destroy you after getting close enough to receive all the vital details of your life. They lure you into giving them information because of mutual interest, and then gain access to your heart, your mind, and emotions. The average person will never allow just anyone into their personal and intimate setting of their life. Therefore, time killers are sometimes identified as a business partner, a long lasting relationship, or even a very close friend. Time killers will not remain loyal. They will expose you if the right opportunities come along. Are you all digesting this? Are you thinking about some of those time killers in your life? Or maybe some of those time killers that have come in your life or have been in your life? Therefore, time killers will not remain loyal. They will expose you if the right opportunity comes along. Time killers will weigh you down, stress you out, and add years of heartache before you realize how much time has been lost that you will never get back. You may walk away with perhaps some material gain, but literally everything else has been destroyed. Your relationship, your friendship, your trust, your truth, your dignity, and respect. Time killers are very subtle. They are connected and committed as long as they are content. Yet, when you no longer play by their rules, they will seek revenge to keep you bound in time. Think about that for a moment. They are connected and committed as long as they are content. Yet, when you no longer want to play by their rules, they will seek revenge to keep you bound in time. Suddenly, you realize years of valuable time have wasted away and everything around you has died. Everything around you has died. When you let those time killers come into your life, that will zap you of all of your energy, deplete you of all of your strength. They will come in very subtle through some type of mutual acquaintance or relationship and gain access to your heart by way of common ground. You have to be careful for those time killers that will come into your life, and before you know it, as I said, years of time has gone by, and where are you? What have you gained? What have you gained? Where are you now in your life after time killers have come and stole everything, and everything around you has died? Your visions, your hopes, your dreams, your goals. You realize I've allowed myself to be yoked up to this person or connected to this person or in this social circle, and I have not done a thing. I have nothing that I can show. I have no evidence of no fruit of my labor. Everything that I wanted to do, my dreams and goal has died. That's what a time killer would do when you allow a time killer to come into your life. Let's read on. Then there are time stealers. And time stealers, those who will come to take from you, just as a thief in the night. Time stealers are not easily identified. Time stealers study patterns, listen, and they become familiar with your whereabouts and routines. We're talking about the time stealers. They appear to be kind and friendly, yet there is always a hidden motive. Their intentions are never pure. They become obsessed with you and your possessions. Have you ever had those type of people around you? Those time stealers that will come into your life. They will come into your life and they have a hidden agenda, a hidden motive. They will come into your life and steal from you. Let's keep reading. Time stealers will rob you of ownership. Oh my God. Esteem and innocence. Time stealers. That's what they would do. They would rob you of your ownership, esteem, and innocence. What do I mean by that? Time stealers would take whatever vision you have and they would steal it. You would share it with them because you think that this is somebody that you can share with, that you can communicate with, that you can gel with. Time stealers will rob you of ownership. They would start a business with you and take over your business. They would do things that you would think that you're running a legitimate business, that you have a partnership in this thing, that they mean you well. And that's what a time stealer would do. It would rob you of all of your innocence, everything that you have put in them, all your trust, everything that you thought that you were building this relationship on. They would steal it all. Let's continue. They usually seek information through a neighbor, a coworker, or mutual acquaintance. Time stealers will attend the same meetings, sit on the same board, break bread with you at lunch, dance with you at weddings, and join you for cocktails during the night. Time stealers are always disguised so that you cannot recognize them at your weakest point. They're disguised. You won't be able to identify it, because at your lowest state in life, when you're going through and you want somebody to talk to, you want to go out and party, you want to go out for a drink, you need somebody to vent to. Be careful who you share your nuggets with. Be careful who you cast your pearls before, okay? Do not cast your pearls before swines. Time stealers are always disguised so that you cannot recognize them at your weakest point. Time stealers will tie you up and rape you of all that you possess. It's deep, guys, if you think about it. If you tap into understanding time killers and time stealers in your life, they would rape you of all that you possess. Everything that you pour out, everything that you give, every vision that you share, they will soak it up and drain you dry and leave you there by yourself. That's what time stealers would do. Let's look at time setters. Next, there are time setters. While we're reading this, evaluate this. Think about the time killers, the time stealers in your life. Think about where you are in life. Are you a time stealer? Are you a time killer? Or are you a time setter or a time changer? Let's evaluate us in our situation in our lives as we continue to read. Next, there are time setters. These individuals are valuable because they have learned the importance of referencing time. They have identified their self worth, possessions, and have placed time in its prospective place. Time setters are those individuals who organize, prioritize, and plan. Time setters may be identified as a business owner, a counselor, administrator, or coordinator. Time setters are those who are willing to work and burn the midnight oil, make deadlines and deals, and meet every task. They follow and play by the rules. They stand by their word, and they are not easily distracted. Do you know some time setters? Are you a time setter? Time setters help to distinguish partnership. How much time is given will determine how committed you want to become. And this must be factored in at the beginning of the deal. When someone values you, they will also respect and value your time. You also will know how important you are in someone's life by the time he or she is willing to commit to you. Now, this is talking about whether it's a partner, a business partner, a relationship, a marriage, a friendship, whatever the relationship is, you would know how much a person values you by the amount of time they're willing to spend with you. How much time and attention do they give to you? If you find yourself giving more, much more than you are receiving, this may be an indication that the timing is off. You may need to rethink, reposition, or regroup. Now, if you find yourself in a relationship, in a partnership or business, and you're giving much more time, you're doing all the giving. You're giving everything, and they're just taking and receiving. Now, sometimes you can be off in your seasons. So you have to evaluate that. You have to be able to determine, is the timing off? Is this person just not emotionally available, or am I not emotionally available because I have so much to do? I'm so focused on my goals and dreams. I don't have the time that it would take to commit to a particular task or assignment or relationship, because I have been in that season where I have been so focused on my goals and dreams that I don't date. I have not dated in years. I was not in that season. I'm shifting in that season now because God is releasing me to be in that season. But you have to understand that when a person come into your life, and if they mean well to you, if they're always pouring out to you, if they're loving on you and showing you that they love, but they're not emotionally available, and that's what you need because your love language is quality time, then perhaps your timing is just off. Perhaps your season is not set with that person. I've been there too, where an individual was really into me, and I missed that time. I missed that time with them because I was not there. I just was not there. So my timing was off for that individual, and it's okay. You have to know where you are and what season that you're in. And sometimes your season may not be to engage in that person or to build a business with that person or a relationship with that individual at that time. So understand your time. This is the time setters. Time setters are wise and will not allow their time to be wasted. See what I mean? A time setter is wise and will not allow their time to be wasted. And you have to understand that when you have goals and dreams and visions and you're building something, you don't have time to run at everything and be at everything and stay on the phone and listening and talk about everything unless it's something that is building whatever it is that you're working on. It's adding value to your goals and your dreams and the things that you wish to accomplish. Saying no is not a sin. I used to say yes, yes, yes to everybody for everything because I wanted to be there. I wanted to help. I wanted to give. I wanted to be able to share. But saying no is not a sin. And you just have to understand that the time, the season, and the cycle and where you are in your life. Let's continue reading. Time setters are good investors who would delegate desired time for the partnership, relationship, and or assignment. I'm going to say it again. Time setters are good investors who would delegate desired time for partnership, relationship, and or assignment. You would delegate that time because you know how precious your time is. You know your time cannot be given back to you. So time setters, they understand the season and the cycle and the time. They know how to set time in order. They know how to delegate time for different things and be in different places with different individuals. But they know how to delegate their time and still remain on task. If time is not a factor, you may end up giving more than you anticipated. Understand that. If time is not a factor for you, you will end up giving more than you anticipated. You'll find yourself giving all of you to someone that is emotionally unavailable, emotionally detached. They don't have time. We already talked about the time killers and the time stealers. You're if you're not a time setter, someone is going to come and steal all of your time from you, rob you of all your time. You have to be even. I say you have to even know what time to answer the phone Because if you are at a place in your life and you're busy and you're focusing on something, you already know that person may take up too much of your time that will have you late for your appointment or late for your assignment, or just pour out all this negative talk, and you be so full by the end of that conversation and so drained that all of this negativity has filled you up, and now you have to go somewhere and do something. You have no strength. And now the persons or the group or the organization or the business that you're going before, they feel that energy because somebody just interrupted and zapped you and drained you of all of your strength. Let's continue. Never make a commitment you cannot keep. Time setters will determine how time is governed and stay focused on track. That's what time setters would do. They would determine how much time needs to be given to a certain project, a certain assignment, a certain person, and they will remain focused and stay on track. Finally, here we are, another one. There are time changers. These individuals are rare and hard to come by. They are as precious as silver. Although trying times may cause some tarnishing, they welcome polishing and showcase their smile and their shine well. They are those individuals who understand time, cycles, settings, and seasons. That's a time changer. They understand time, cycles, settings, and seasons. Cycles are repetitive, settings are temporary, and seasons change, yet time continues. Understand that. Cycles are repetitive, settings are temporary, and seasons change. Time changes recognize opposition and opportunity. That's time changes, guys. Talking about time changes. They recognize opposition and opportunity. They're not an opportunist. They don't just go with the flow just because everybody is going and everybody's doing it. That's not what time changers do. They're not an opportunist. They don't seek people out to just get close, to rub elbows, to just to have an opportunity. Time changers know how to change in time because they understand the seasons. They understand the cycles. They don't mind. They don't mind letting an opportunity pass them by that does not align with their purpose. They don't mind. They don't mind letting go of an opportunity that is not going to add value and fruit to their life. Time changers understand the settings in time. Time changers recognize opposition and opportunity. They can sense the elements of the air as the seasons begin to change. You want to be a time changer. Yes, you want to be a time changer. They can sense the elements of the air as the seasons change. There are those who are in tune with oneself and they master balancing their emotions. They're able to balance their emotion, a time changer. They're in tune with themselves and they can balance their a time changer can go into an atmosphere and change the setting. A time changer can open their mouth in a particular arena or atmosphere and begin to speak and change the temperature. That's what time changers do. Time changers can be a judge, a lawyer, a psychologist, or even a soulmate. Believe that. Even a soulmate. These individuals will always have your best interests in mind. They will pinpoint facts, dates, and details. Time changes will help you to deal with hidden habits and unpredictable behavior. You better watch your time changer. You better watch a time change. Now, that's the person you want in your circle. That's the person you want a time changer to be a part of your team. You don't want a yes ma'am on your team. You don't want somebody that's just going to go with the flow and you just do anything and you're not accountable to anybody and you just do whatever and it just, pat you on the back and celebrate your wrongdoing. No, a time changer is going to shift time. When a time changer show up in your life, you're going to know the difference. You're going to know that this person has come to set some time, some things in order, to change some things, to lower the gauge and to shift the temperature. And a time changer will push you forward, will praise you and build you up, but also would tell you when you're out of line, would tell you when you're out of order, would tell you when you're lacking, would tell you when you need to step it up. You come on now. You need to change your game plan. You need to get on board. You need to get at it. That's what a time changer does. Time changers will confront, here we go, controversy. They see black and white and leave no room for gray areas. A time changer. They don't mind confronting. They don't mind confronting. They leave no room. I told you, those time changers are like lawyers and judges. They come to govern time. They have a way of capturing the emotions in a particular setting and can paint a scene of what is happening. You need a time changer in your life. They have a way of capturing emotions in a particular setting and can paint a scene of what's happening. They can look around the room and see the faces of the people and see the demeanor of the people, and they can paint a picture in their mind of everything that is taking place. They know who's going to show up and who isn't. They already know. They already know. I believe it was Mark, if I'm not mistaken, in the Bible that was very detailed in time. I believe it was Mark. Mark was a time changer. He understood. He was able to paint a particular scene when there was something that was taking place. Mark paid attention to details. Listen, a time changer would show up and see things that nobody else sees, would be able to catch something that nobody else thought was even an issue. They'll see a drop ball when it's dropped and run over there and catch it before it hit the ground. That's what time changers do. And I believe it was Mark in the Bible that paid attention to details. When Mark, John, and Luke, they all told the same story. Go back and read the story, how Mark told it. Mark gonna tell you how the crowd was and how the people were around them and how they look and how they murmured. Mark is gonna tell you all of the details. That's what time changers do. You want a time changer on your team. You want someone that's gonna pay attention to the details. A time changer can cause you to think, listen, and feel. A time changer is someone you must value, respect, and keep close. I don't know about you, but I want time changers on my team. Those that I value, those that are loyal, those that I can keep close, those that when I know that I have a vision to cast, they see it and they're ready to run with it and they pay attention to details. They pay attention to the details of it. Those time changes are the ones that will come and tell you, yes, I know you said you wanted to do it this way, but this happened and that happened last time, and we were able to see that you didn't know about it, but I want to bring it to your attention so maybe you can assess it and then make a decision from it. That's what a time changer does. It sets time in order. They would tell you things you don't want to hear. Listen what a time changer would do. Expose areas in your life that has gone ignored and reveal truth that has been hidden for years. Everybody don't like a time changer. Everybody doesn't like a time changer. Everybody don't gel with time changes in their life. They don't want you to come and expose those things, those deep things that they continue to do over and over again. And their circle just allowed it to go on and celebrated it. Everybody don't want a time changer, but I want time changes in my life that will hold me accountable. And I want time changes in my life that will help me carry the load and run with the vision. I want time changes in my life that are not so sensitive that if I talk to them and tell them what to do something or tell them something that I don't like, they don't get in their feelings, and you don't see them anymore, right? Time changes are the matured ones. Time changes, let's continue reading, are willing to swim upstream and go against the current. They're always willing to dig deeper, reach further, and pedal faster. They will set the temperature and make the necessary adjustments as needed. Time changers are trendsetters and boat rockers. Yes, that's what time changers are. They will set the temperature and make the adjustments as needed. In other words, when you have a whole lot going on and you're over major events, or your enterprise or your business or whatever it is that you're doing, and you're shifting and you're going from one level to the next, a time changer knows how to balance that, keep moving, delegate, watch this, see that, and then we'll regroup. We'll come back for debriefing and find out what went wrong. And now, don't come to a time changer with all of the problems. Bring the solutions to the time changer, because the time changer already knows how to set the order. They know how to set the order. They don't mind, I said, digging deeper, reaching further, and pedaling faster. You might get your feelings hurt when a time changer steps into the room, because they will walk fast, they will assess the room, and they will go forth to do whatever needs to be done. A lot of lazy people get offended when time changes come around. People who have just been laid back in the gap, and they've been laying on your leg, and they haven't been calling, building relationships, and then soon as some other people come around in your circle and get a little closer to you and want to start treating you a little good, treating you a little better, listen, they have people that will not like time changes, because guess what time changes do? Time changes expose what hasn't been done. All of the ones that's been around you for many years, that's been in your corner, that haven't been celebrating you, haven't been appreciating you, a time changer come and make it happen. And those who have been there for years and years, they get a little intimidated by those time changers. By the time changes, they are a little intimidated. Let's continue reading. They are leaders and not followers. We're talking about time changers. They will stand alone if they must. Come on now. God has given you a vision. God has given you something to do. There's something in your heart that you want to do for the people. There's something in your heart, some vision, some goal, some dream. Who are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? A time changer will make it happen and get it done if nobody else is standing and rocking with them. A time changers will work while everybody is sleeping. And when you wake up, you see they're building something else. That's what in other words, a time changer would say, one bad apple don't spoil a whole bunch. One monkey don't stop a show. That's what time changers will say and do. They will stand alone if they must. Time changes will help you break barriers and adapt to more effective and productive approach. Time changers are loyal and will stand by a verdict to the very end. Yes, a time changer, what they say, they meant. They mean what they say and they say what they mean. That's a time changer. That's what time changers do. Whomever you give your time and your attention to is occupying precious moments in your life that cannot be given back to you. An idle mind is your adversary's workshop. Therefore, manage your time wisely. Learn to maximize every moment. Take advantage of every opportunity. Deal with every dilemma. Fill every empty space. Overcome every obstacle. Conquer every fear. Manage your time. And that is chapter 3, guys. That is chapter 3. I told you it won't take too long to go over. And the scripture references for Manage Your Time, chapter 3, is Psalms 104, 19 through 20. You can jot these down. Those who would like to go back and read the scripture references to it, uh, that's Psalms 104, verse 19 through 20. John chapter 9, verse 4. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. You can read the whole Ecclesiastes and it talks about time. There's nothing new under the sun. There's a time to be silent, a time to speak. A time to live and a time to die, a time to laugh and a time to cry. You can read the entire Ecclesiastes that would teach you about time throughout. Uh, 2 Corinthians 9 and 10 and Proverbs 16 and 27. I'm going to go back in Psalms 104, verse 19 through 20. That's the NIV. Psalms 104, verse 19 through 20 in NIV. John chapter 9, verse 4 in the King James. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, King James. And 2 Corinthians 9 and 10 in the NIV. And Proverbs 16 and 27. Read those scripture references for time. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions as we close out? This was chapter 3 of Intrigue, managing your time. Intrigue, shifting your paradigm to produce positive, life-changing results. And listen, if you want a copy of the book, you can go to maryjaeenterprise.com. Come on, celebrate with me for my birthday. I'm excited. I'll be releasing another book by the end of the year, titled I'm Lonely and I Like It. I'm lonely and I like it. And you'll be able to hear what that is all about coming up. Okay. I love you all. Thank you all for so much for sharing. Those of you that will come by, press the replay, come on in and share with someone that you know. You can go and share with someone, tag someone in and have them to be a part of this. Do you have any questions, or did I explain everything going through? Because this is important. I'm telling you, this was a game changer for me when God showed me this. And when he gave me this book to write, and he told me to write it and to write it where it would reach the entire world, not just the church. The scripture references are in there, but every line that you would read throughout the text, throughout the paragraphs, there are scriptures. There are scriptures. If you understand the word, know the word, you'll pick it up like that and say, wait, that's scripture. Somebody that is not even a believer, that is an atheist, that read the book, realized that was scripture. That was just something that I know that's in the Bible. That's a scripture, isn't it? But it's just so creatively written that when you're reading, it, you you wouldn't even know that that's exactly what you're reading, because it's a good read. It's not very long. The chapters are easy to read and you can apply them to your life. So we're looking forward to sharing with you all. We already went over chapter 1, market your product. Chapter 2, make the investment. Chapter 3, manage your time. And we'll be coming back with you on tomorrow for chapter 4, the chase. And you don't want to miss that. You want to hear what the chase is about, you all. When God gave me, as relates to manage your time, what we're dealing with on today, chapter 3, it was an absolute game changer in my life. I am telling you, when you understand the seasons, the cycles, and the times that you're in, it would shift your paradigm and it would cause you to do things so differently. When you understand the place where you were in last season and what you went through and why you went through that way you were, spiritually, emotionally, financially, what caused you to be broken in that place. When you understand the time, seasons, and cycles of your life, it will shift like that. You recognize them. Just as I said, it's like smelling rain outside. You know that it's cloudy outside. It's getting ready to rain. You can smell the rain before it comes. You can smell the rain if the sun is shining. That's how you will understand those time killers, time stealers, time changers. You want to become a time changer and a time setter. Recognize the time stealers and the time killers, but become a time setter and a time changer. Okay, everybody, if there aren't any questions on tonight, I am so happy that you all were able to share with me, to share in our intriguing reading on tonight, that you were able to share with me tonight. I'm so happy that you were. I'm elated to be a part and to have you in my space. I know your time is valuable, so I won't take up any more of your time. I look forward to you all on tomorrow. Go share this video, share this with someone, and tag someone, and hope that they would join us tomorrow. See you on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.